First-time homebuyers here in Sacramento are in trouble in 2021. Now, you're competing against more people, less homes, as their interest rates make the illusion of affordability so within someone's grasp and so appetizing. And then finally, there's just, what do you do when there's 20 or 30 offers on a property? The train has left the station for affordable homes here in Sacramento, and it does not have an agenda to ever come back. There's a lot of reasons why, and we're going to talk about 3 of the most important ones here in this video. So if you're a first-time home buyer, you're probably wondering, what's going on? I'm just entering the market. I've been renting my whole life. I don't know where to even start. And honestly, the best place to start is with empowering, great quality information, and you're going to find that here right now. So I'm going to put this on the screen. What do you see here? That, my friends, is a wave. And if you were lucky enough to jump on this wave when it was just a little baby wave, starting off a few years ago, maybe 7 or 8 years ago, man, you have had the time of your life surfing, riding it out, and really enjoying the power of equity here in California. But if you're starting right now, it's not too late, especially here in Sacramento. It's just hard. It's difficult. You're never going to get the deal that you could have got yesterday. So it's super important that if you're ready to go, we get started right away. So next thing you need to understand is affordability. And the best way that I can describe that is going to be by focusing on interest rates. What's going on? Why are properties becoming so much more expensive? Well, I did the math for you. Try to make it real easy, and I'll put it up here on the screen. The next step of understanding what the heck is going on here in Sacramento is more of a macro view of the world, or at least the United States. For example, our interest rates are super low. What does that mean? Well, it's a lot of investment in treasury bonds. It's a lot of the federal government investing in their own treasury bonds, which is helping to push the price of interest rates down. It's made to create stability, especially in the time of coronavirus. That's what they do to help stimulate the economy. So right now, on average, based on Freddie Mac's website, the interest rate is about 2.85%, which is really funny because in January of 2020, it was 3.85%. So we're looking at a 1% difference in 1 year. That's insane. It can happen. I mean, interest rates do fluctuate a lot, and historically they definitely have. But just so you guys can understand price and affordability, oh man, all right, here's where it gets fun. So if you were to buy the median price of a home today, which is $445,000, that's your average home here in Sacramento, right? Technically is the median priced home here in Sacramento right now. Your payment today is $2,019 or so. Let's call it $2,020. If you were to buy the same home, same price last year, obviously it would have been cheaper last year, but if you were to buy that home and all things created equal, you used yesterday or last year's interest rates at 3.85, you're at $2,240. It's a difference of about $220 in payment. And for all the lender people out there, this is purely an example, but it's pretty close. That's going to be with 10% down. We're going to consider you have a great credit score, but just so you have the idea for this example, $220 difference. Same house, same price, $220. For you, that means that you can now afford more house. You have $220 extra dollars, or you can save $220, except for that's not exactly how it's really panning out. If you're at $445 and you get that much leeway in price, your new affordability is now $495. You just gained $50,000 in buying power based on interest rates alone. That's amazing news, except for when there's competition. And what do we have? Lo and behold, competition. Which takes me to my next point. The third thing that is knocking first-time homebuyers completely out of the race in this case is going to be the lack of inventory. So the market price is shifting very quickly. What was a jab, and then interest rates dropping in theory suddenly, and that's a hook. This is the KO for you guys. I mean, it was hard enough. Either one of those is hard to deal with. But the last thing is there's nothing to buy. So you're doing your very best. Let's just say the average American, right? Your income is set here in Sacramento. So you may get a 2% bump every year. That's great. Property prices are moving by 15%. So this is why it's the finishing knockout game over, do not pass go, do not collect $200, tough luck situation that really takes every ounce of effort to overcome, is because now you're competing against more people, less homes, because their interest rates make the illusion of affordability so within someone's grasp and so appetizing. And then finally, there's just, what do you do when there's 20 or 30 offers on a property and you have $7,000 to $30,000 in your bank account? People are coming to the table here because they don't live in Sacramento. They're moving from other places with $100,000 or $250,000, or they could buy it cash, but they prefer not to. So that is why things are so incredibly difficult for first-time home buyers here in Sacramento.